Now we move on to the other type of error, the next type of error, namely inversion error. In order to be able to find out what inversion errors are, we should take an example of a simple assertive sentence. Now you may ask, what is an assertive sentence? An assertive sentence is simply a sentence that makes a statement. Suppose you say, hockey is our national game. Peacock is our national bird. These two sentences make a statement each. They are called assertive sentences. Most of the sentences, in fact, that we use are assertive sentences. Now, if you take a simple assertive sentence, hockey is our national game, you can find that obviously the verb is. The word hockey is the subject. In this sentence, first comes the subject, then comes the verb. In other words, in assertive sentences, normally first comes the subject, then comes the verb. This is the natural order in all assertive sentences. But this is not the case when you talk of an interrogative sentence. Now, what is an interrogative sentence? Interrogation means question. Therefore, any sentence which ends with a question mark is called interrogative sentence. Let us take an example of an interrogative sentence and find out what is the order of subject and verb. Why are you late today? This sentence is followed by a question mark. A question mark in English is called interrogation mark. Now, in this sentence, are is the verb which comes first, you is the subject which comes next. That means the order has become inverted. In an assertive sentence, the order was subject first, verb next. But in interrogative sentence, it has become a verb first, subject next. This order has become inverted. This is what is called inversion. Crudely speaking, you can remember inversion means verb first, subject next. And this inversion should be followed in all direct questions. If there is a direct question and if you don't follow inversion in that, that leads to an inversion error. Now, sometimes inversion is also used for emphasis, not necessarily a question. Sweet or the uses of adversity. Actually, the uses of adversity are sweet. That is the normal usage. But we have used here Shakespeare's sentence. It is a sentence where inversion is used not because it is a question, but for emphasis. Now, normally a question will have only one question. What is your name? Let us take this example. This is a direct question. There is only one question. Now, is the verb, name is the subject. First comes verb, then comes the subject. So, inversion is used. So, we don't normally make errors if there is a single question. We don't say, what your name is? How old you are? We don't say like that because we know it is wrong, it has an inversion error. But the problem comes if you come across questions containing another question. Look at this example. If there are two questions in a sentence, the main question is called direct question and the hidden question is called indirect question. Now, the rule in grammar says you must use inversion in direct question. You should not use inversion in indirect question. Now look at this concept 3. We have two questions which have another question hidden in it each. Do you know where is the bank? Remember, this is the first question we talked about when we introduced lesson 1. Do you know where is the bank? This is a wrong sentence. There are two questions here. Do you know is the direct question. Where is the bank is the indirect question. And as per rule, you can use inversion in the direct question. Let us examine whether the direct question inversion is used. Do is the verb, you is the subject, so verb comes first, subject comes next, so inversion is used on the left side, so there is no error in the left side. Come to the right side. Where is the bank? Is the verb, bank is the subject, verb comes first, bank comes, subject comes next, so inversion is used on the right side also, which is against the rule. You should not use inversion in indirect question. Therefore, this sentence should be corrected as, do you know where the bank is? You must remove inversion from the indirect question. Otherwise, it will have an inversion error. So far, we have talked about inversion error and how to identify them and how to avoid them in our constructions.